What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are starting a new program for you at Blue Water Health. This program, sole focus, is how to transfer a formal practice of mindfulness to an informal practice, meaning how can you use it in real life? So most of the practices we'll be talking about in this 4-week short series will be on quick little hits of mindfulness, what we call micro practices. So let's look at the first one today. So I want to start with a brief practice of noting or noticing your thoughts. When I started mindfulness, I got into mindfulness because I was stuck in the future and what might happen, or I found a spot in a lot of my time in the past, what has happened. So when we start purposely paying attention to our breath, what we are doing is we are training our mind to come back here to the present moment. What is happening now? Your mind goes away, we notice as a thought, we come back to what is happening now. We can use our breath as an anchor. You can also use your body as an anchor. So in one of my earlier programs, Cultivating Calm, week 1, we talked briefly about doing this sleep meditation, which is a body scan. Our mind goes away, we come back to a certain part of our body. Our mind goes away, we come back to a certain part of our body. And we're continuing to strengthen our ability to come back to the here and now. That's what I want to look at today, but being able to notice your thoughts. For most people, when they're coming to me and they're talking about their stress, they're typically talking about something that might happen that's future related. There's a big difference between something that might happen or has happened and that something is happening now. So what I want to look at today is to look at how we can observe thoughts in a healthier way. And the first thing to do that, no matter what's happening to you, ask yourself, is this a thought or is it a fact? The next time that you are caught up in your mind and you're on that treadmill and you're racing and thinking about your 2:00 meeting or what might happen tomorrow or only if you could do this or you're rehashing what you could have done or should have done differently, start with asking yourself, what is happening right now? Is this a thought or is it a fact? Is it factually happening? Usually our stress comes from the thought or the idea that this might happen. The problem is when you're going through the hamster wheel of all the things that might happen to you, your body can react as if it's happening, right? You might notice your heart rate going up. You might notice your blood pressure going up. You might notice that your train of thought, the cadence of your thoughts are speeding up, speeding up, speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. So when you can go, okay, right now I'm noticing this thought of the future. Let me come back to what's happening right now. What's going on right now? Well, I'm noticing anxiety. Then we can work with anxiety. Do one of my practices on working with difficult emotions. But I want to look at today how to label or notice these thoughts. So let's start with this brief practice of noticing thoughts. So just allowing your eyes to close and just finding your posture, sitting or resting. And again, you might notice that your mind has already drifted off to something or someone. Again, we're not getting mad at our mind for doing that. We're simply noticing that and welcoming your awareness to come back into the present moment, into the here and now. And purposely taking a deep breath in. And when you're ready, just allowing that breath to release out. And again, we're breathing in, and then we're breathing out. And again, doesn't matter where your mind goes to, we're simply just going to welcome it back to the present moment in the here and in the now. Purposely again, breathing in, and then out. And I want you to imagine that you are comfortable laying down on a beautiful sunny day, looking up into the clouds, and you're seeing many clouds. You see a beautiful blue sky behind the clouds, but you're noticing that some clouds seem very large and just seem to kind of hang over top of you and move very slowly, where other clouds seem to move a little faster. And you're noticing that Some clouds seem to hang over top of you for a little longer, whereas other clouds seem to move faster. But you're able to maintain your gaze and just notice that the clouds are passing at their own pace, that some are here longer, some are much, much, much faster. But again, you're able to observe them and just note them. You're not asking where they're coming from or how they were made or what they're going to do 2 hours from now or where they're going to be. You are simply just observing these clouds passing by. And as you're able to notice these clouds passing by, I want you to start looking at your thoughts in the same way. So when you're noticing and you're bringing this ability to note your thoughts, you can simply say something to yourself like, noticing that thought about work tomorrow. Or noticing that thought about when I'm returning home, what we're going to do for dinner. Or I'm noticing that I have a thought about what happened today and I'm kind of caught at 11 a.m. still. So you're just noticing where your mind is going. Very matter of fact, you are just noting the thoughts as they come into your awareness. With the same attitude of non-judgment that you were able to notice these clouds. So just for the next couple moments, purposely pay attention to the clouds of thoughts that are passing at its own pace. You're not trying to rush anything out. You're not trying to solve anything. You are purposely just paying attention. You are purposely being aware of the rise and the fall of these thoughts, of the rise and the fall, just like the clouds. And when you're ready, allowing your eyes to open. Wonderful. This is your homework or suggested homework for this week. Use the formal practice of noting thoughts so you get comfortable at seeing your thoughts come and watching them pass without trying to manipulate them. Typically we do a really good job at trying to adjust the thought or go, why am I having this thought, or living in the future or the past. This practice is a brief introduction to strengthen your ability and your awareness to notice the thoughts rising and falling, to notice them coming and going, without trying to manipulate them. I would also suggest that you not only do you do the formal practice of this meditation, but you informally 2, 3, 4 times a day stop and just notice the thoughts that are coming in. Maybe you're driving to work, be aware of the thoughts that are there without trying to change them. When you maybe pull into work or before you go into your building or before you log in at home online, notice what is going on. Where is your mind? Is it in the future or is it in the past? Is it in preparation mode? Is it in preparing mode? Just notice it. We are not trying to say this is a bad thought, only good thoughts in. We are noticing the thoughts equally without judgment. That is your homework for this week. And again, if you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram, Mindful Massey, MASSE, or please feel free to message me via my site, mindfulmike.ca. Thank you all for continuing to support the practice. Much love.